Hey everyone, the Joyful Yogini here. It's time for the weekly reading. I'm doing this on Tuesday. I took an extra long weekend. I was at my mom's cottage and I was able to take Monday off as well. And it was really nice. I did some paddle boarding with my dogs. Now, being in Ontario, Canada, and now it's early spring, and really the ice didn't come off the lake not too long ago. The lake is really, really cold. My I went up with my daughter and my two dogs, and we did go in the water, just quick, more like 5 second polar bear swim. My daughter actually went in a few more times, not meaning to, but she went in, and uh, yeah, I went paddle boarding with the dogs. So nice. Even Chewy. Normally, I go paddle boarding with Gracie. Hey, I want to see who's there. I go paddle boarding with Gracie, my little black one, and but my big red golden doodle came on the board as well. We almost tipped at one point. He was at the back, Gracie was at the front, and then all of a sudden the board was like this because I guess Chewy moved to one side. Gracie fell in the water. I don't know how this happened, but I somehow managed to stay on, and got down onto my knees to get Gracie back up, stood back up. I'm like, hey. So anyways, it was fun. It was just so nice to be daddy dad. Hey, it was so nice to you're so sweet to be out in nature. I am covered in black fly bites though. I'm so itchy. I had a terrible sleep last night from itching. I went out and got some more after bite. Basically, I should take a bath in the after bite. But yeah, we're gonna do the weekly reading. I decided this time I'm going to use my tarot deck. And so this tarot deck is still new to me. I'm not used to doing the typical tarot. So I'm going to channel messages by looking at the card, and then if I'm inspired, I'm going to open up the book and see what the book says so I can still learn these cards and what pentacles and cups and swords and wands and all those fun things mean. Okay, so that's the tarot deck. All right. So, just feeling into the energy. We had a full moon, partial eclipse, I think it was on Sunday, and it was pretty powerful energy. And I feel like that energy is helping us to move forward this week. I still feel like there's going to be some gunk coming up to the surface for us on a personal level that we can work through. But I also feel like we're more in our power and not our feathers. This is coming to mind right now. Our feathers not getting as easily ruffled because we can see things more clearly. Being able to make the choice. So, what do we need for this week here? Being able to make the choice as to whether you choose to get upset or not, right? Hello means, are you awake? Hello means, are you awake? I, I am. I am awake. Not positive on what that means. Is there a word missing? There might be a word missing or something like that. Or maybe I'm not quite awake and I'm not quite understanding. It's possible. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need? And I'll give you an example. Like when I was away for the weekend, my ex was home and watching the kids, and he slept in my bedroom, like what I consider mine now, because he hasn't lived there in a long time. And when I got home, all my blankets and covers are just thrown in a pile on the floor in the corner. And the bed was just like a mess. And, I left with it made. Not that it's a huge deal, but the fact that I felt like he was in my space and just left it like, what the fuck? Like, I my gut reaction was like, what an ass. And then I like, who gives a shit? Really? Who gives a shit? Like, why put energy there? So that's just a small example of how you can either choose to get upset and put energy into something, or you can just keep on moving along, right? Oh, there's another card. I'm going to see what that says. Okay. And you know what? Sometimes it's easier for us to not give a shit. And sometimes it's a little harder. I think it also depends on the energy of the day because each day can be a little bit different. Depends on the sleep that you've been getting, the stressors you've been having. I had a crappy sleep last night because I was itching so much from the black fly bites. But that's okay. We'll see if anything comes up, later on tonight, and if I can handle it more or less. I don't know. Okay, so I have three cards. Daddy Dad. I think the older we get, the less shits we give. Yeah, for sure, for sure. With age comes wisdom. Hi, the lottery numbers for Thursday. Revolution. If I knew them, I would keep them for myself. Yeah, I think. But we all have our own patterns, and so there might be things that set you off that make you stressed. And it doesn't matter how old you are if you haven't released that pattern yet. So we all have patterns that we can release. Okay, so the first card. So this is the energy for the week. Okay, this is some stuff that would be happening. I thought you could guess the future. I never said that. I never said I could guess the future. I can tap in to the universal energy, to source, and the messages that want to come through for us. I can channel them through. So there's different types of mediums that are out there, and the type of messages that they also are zoned in on bringing in. Sometimes they can bring in information of what's to come. Uh, but usually it's information that we need to know in the present to help us to move forward. So we have the Tower card, and you can see that the top of the tree has been struck by lightning and it's breaking off and falling. And so there's something in our life there's an ending that needs to happen. And if you're not ready to say goodbye or to create some movement on your own, in some cases the universe is going to force it to happen. Um it needs a cleansing out. When I think about this tree too, so it's actually breaking off in two areas, and with it breaking, it's actually going to end up being stronger. It's going to have a stronger, more solid foundation. And that's what we need. I feel like, oh, I'm itchy. I feel like the universe is doing what it can to crumble everything down. And they're giving me the image, and this came up last week. They're giving me the image of the volcano. And when the lava comes down and whatever it goes over top of, it's going to incinerate it. And I'm going to read what that says in a second. It's going to all go to ash. And so in certain areas of our lives, things are crumbling to the ash. So we have to, I got what they just told me is like the rising of the phoenix, coming up through the ash, through the smoke, and and then soaring and having that success. They're also giving me the image of the lotus flower, growing within the muck. And sometimes we need to break down, get to our lowest of lows to be able to step forward so we can release our ego and release our judgments and the perceptions that have been keeping us stagnant. Okay, what does it say? She's inhibiting her space and reading the subtle weather. Okay, Hoopy. I understand, but only believe you if you can guess my lottery numbers. An end that needs to happen. I hope it refers to the war. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Masterfully so. Joyful Yogini got a new fan. Oh, thanks, Hoopy. Boy, you could really blabber, can't ya? Original. If it's not your kind of blabbering, you just keep on moving. It's all good. No offense taken. Do you think dreams are meaningful things? Absolutely. Warrior of light. Oh, daddy dad, rise from the ashes. Yeah, dreams. I think dreams can do a combination of things. Sometimes I find my dreams are just helping me, and I'll get back to the cards in a second. I think dreams are can help me to release fears. So if you have some fears, anxiety, stress, your dreams can help you to release that. But dreams can also be very prophetic, and they can give me messages. They can give everyone messages if you pay attention to them, right? And you start analyzing them. You get used to the way your messages work for you, and in some cases, it's prepared me for things to come. I was actually even able to warn my sister-in-law about a potential car accident, which in the end ended up saving her life because she went around. It was the winter, and when I told her what the scene looked like, and the car had flipped over and everything, and she actually took the corner slower than what she normally would. The car still did flip, but she was okay. But sometimes the prophetic dreams aren't as like impactful as that. Like that one's an obvious one, right? But sometimes it's just like a symbol of something, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that person called me. That was so what that my dream said. You know what I mean? Like it can just be like the signs of it, and then it makes sense. And then I had more preparation, and I was able to handle it better. So dreams can be amazing that way for sure. Original, you don't dream. Are you sure? In some cases, people, as soon as if you wake up and you start moving, your dreams can be like gone like that. Okay, so that was the first card. The next card, wow. Okay, we got the death card as well. I'm going to go to the book for both of these just to get a little bit more. So, we all have definite endings. And um think about whether it's finances, think about career, think about health, think about relationships. If you're currently in a relationship that really sucks and you know it's not going anywhere, why are you still there? Like, if there is a potential of making it better, at the minimum, get some counseling, move forward in a way, open up the lines of communication, hash it out, talk it out, start making some strides to make things better. And if you're not doing that and you're just sitting in the muck of it, why is that the pattern, being the victim and staying in the messiness because it feels safer? What you know feels safer. So things need to end, and you know if it's not working for you, and you need to listen to your own intuition, your own gut with things like that. Maybe you're in a job and it feels like that. You just feel like, oh, this sucks, I hate this, I hate that, whatever, but then you're still there. Have you been actively on that job hunt? Have you been looking for courses, certifications to retrain, to get into something different? If all of a sudden you've lost your job and your financial security is like gone down to the ashes, right? Holy fucking shit. Um, what are you doing to move forward? And here is something that was really helpful for me to hear last week. Are you ready to let go of the fear? Think about that. Are you ready to let go of the fear? Because the longer you hold on to the fear, the longer you're just like Bambi in the headlights going, fuck, and the car is just like coming to hit you, right? So let go of the fear and move forward. And it's just one step at a time. And I know things can be fucking overwhelming sometimes. I totally get it. I have uh, my almost, yeah, all areas of my life are in fucking upheaval. Every single fucking one. It's all in an upheaval. Actually, family is doing good. My kids are doing good right now, and I'm grateful for that, and everyone seems to be healthy. So, but I just have a lot of areas in my life that are in upheaval, and some days it's incredibly overwhelming. Some days I cry and it's a great release, and then I see the sun is shining and the blue skies, and I know I've got this, and then I keep moving forward. And so sometimes it's just going to be one step at a time, and to trust if things are crumbling, if things are ending, trust in that it's for your highest and greatest good. And you can step into something so much better. And we need to release what is the perfect life. That house with the picket fence with, 2.5 children and the golden retriever you know we need to release that because the world has changed and it's continuing to change, and we can't continue to have like certain images as being our success. And I'm going to catch up on the reading. We need to now look at our success as what truly makes you happy from the inside. That is going to be success. The financial systems are crumbling, changing. Gas fucking prices are through the freaking roof. How are we supposed to get to work with it being so expensive, right? So, and I don't know where it is, how the gas prices are for you, but in Ontario, Canada, they're crazy right now, insane. And, maybe they're worse where you are. It's just from our own perspective, from where we are at right now, from where we were, it's freaking scary where the gas prices are. Even grocery prices, everything has gone up, and people are losing jobs too, right? Or they can only get minimum wage jobs. Like there's so much upheaval in all areas of our life, and so we have to change our perspective. And so that in many cases, that's what I'm saying. Like the universe is bringing us down to the ashes to start fresh, to like humble ourselves so we can set different bars, set different bars for ourselves, and have a real appreciation for even minimalist living. That is gonna be more important for us. Fearless tension. Hello. Fear exists to be overcome. Whatever happens, the worst it could happen is that you tried. Oh, warrior of light. I love that. Hope you're doing good. Thank you, fearless tension. Gas is twice what it was. Yeah, fuck. It's high, eh? Hi, all. I'm well. Hoopy, I'm glad you're well. That's awesome. And celebrate that. I think that's fabulous. When you're doing well, that energy can like light up everyone up around you to help bring them up too. You know, like we've all got this, and just some days or some moments are going to be a little heavier, but we've got it. So I feel like these two cards, death and the tower card, we don't have to be scared of them, because anything that ends is ending or needs to end. It's not going to be news to us, right? Like it's going to be an obvious thing that, okay, that I'm burping here, that wasn't working. Okay, the next card, Five of Cups. And we have a horse that looks kind of sad, to be honest, right? He looks kind of sad, and those cups look empty. I feel I'm gonna go to the book for this, but I feel like this horse is um like feeling what it has gone through, feeling really deeply, and and noticing those insecurities, right? Noticing those insecurities, noticing the feelings of lack when they come up. But I feel like those cups are meant to be filled, and it's about regaining that light. Because the card at the bottom is really dark, but then there's light up here, and that's what's coming to mind. Is that we need to realize that lighter times are to come, and we can handle this. We have the resources that we need. We need to call upon our friends or family members that you feel can be a good support for you, like have delicious have yeah, have that strength and courage to ask for support and use your intuition and call upon those people that you feel you can trust and you can be open with. Okay. Coldy Pachammer says, "You look like my grandmother, my mother's mom. She was a great lady. She made tasty snacks, and I always had so much fun at her place." Nice. Good horsey. All right, fearless tension. Okay, so I'm going to go to that horse one first. So, Five of Cups. Okay, so grief, disappointment. The Five of Cups indicates a time of sorrow. A relationship may fall apart, or an old friend could slip away. There will be disappointment and even regret when this card appears. It's important not to make hasty decisions. It may also be helpful to look at the type of expectations you place on others. Perhaps they can never do enough to please you. So, yeah, think about that. And it might be that you can't seem to do enough for them, and you can never please them, and so then that relationship needs to fall away. So it can be one or the other, and I feel like this relates to the death card and the tower card. So let's go. I'm just going to read the death card and see what additional information wants to come through for that. Oh, here's a tower card. I might as well read it since it's here. Unexpected upheaval. When the tower card appears, it's time to brace yourself for a change. The well rooted tree that's been growing strong for decades is crashing down around you. Your world may feel as though it's literally falling apart and you didn't see it coming. Even though this phase is painful and confusing, it will be over soon. You'll look back and feel grateful things changed course. You might even see it as a personal breakthrough in the end. So whatever is crumbling, it's all meant to be. Okay, so let me find the death card. Closure and transformation. No one loves the sight of the death card in a reading. We spend most of our lives denying death altogether. So when this card appears, it's easy to get frightened or think it's bad. Don't let the drama distract you from the message. Something in your life needs to end. It needs closure. This will happen voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way, you will feel a positive transformation begin after the initial forms of suffering has passed. I hope lighter times are to come. The past 2 or 3 years have been tough. Fearless tension, you got that right. Yeah, they have been. I feel like it's been a roller coaster the past 2 to 3 years, right? And I've also seen a lot of positive coming from COVID, a lot of beautiful transformation in so many people and situations. But at the same time, it's been tough. Transformation is hard. Going through this big healing and upheaval has been tough. I feel like you are the crush of many men in your area. Oh, bump me up. Well, that's a beautiful compliment. Thank you for that. Okay, so I want to pull a lighter card. I'm going to pull a goddess card to assist us with this energy. So we're going to have a bit of upheaval. But again, I feel like it's not necessarily new. I know one of the cards had said, it could come as a surprise, but I feel like no matter what comes this week, oh, she froze, shoot. If the video ever gets bad, you can also go to my YouTube channel, which is the Joyful Yogini, and usually the video is pretty consistent. Okay, so what do we need this week? What goddess message and energy wants to come through and assist us with this week's energy? Okay, 3 cards wanted to come out. Okay, the first one is Ishtar, boundaries. That is one powerful woman. You can feel the strength from her, right? Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Another 3 cards. Oh, my leg's itchy. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, so, you could have demands on your time and your energy, but it could also simply be you needed to stand in your power, speak your truth. And if something is not going to work for you, then it's not going to work for you, right? Like it's just like, sorry, I'm not going to do that, but this is what I can do. So, what feels right for you, then that's what you can do. But boundaries this week are important, helping you to stand in your power, helping you to really light up that solar plexus. And doing belly breathing this week, anytime you're feeling weak, anytime you feel like you can't handle something, you're not in your power, do belly breathing. So as you breathe in, your belly expands. As you breathe out, it collapses. So breathe in, breathe out. And you can make them long, slow breaths. And that can help you to stand in your power. And thank you for the compliment, Fearless. That's awesome. Okay. And then, yeah, these are the cards here. I had 2 others and I just piled them on top here. Okay. So Arakura, blossoming. Blossoming. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. So we're still going through a beautiful transformation. And you know what? There are some days where I feel weak. There's some days where I feel weak. There's some days where I feel like I'm not enough. And then I have beautiful people in my life, whether they're online friends or some friends in my community that will give me a reminder that I'm a shining light and I've got this. And it's really important to have those cheerleaders in your life. And you're not going to handle everything perfectly, and that's okay. So, sometimes when something's going to be thrown at you, you might for a moment have like a knee jerk reaction, and then you need to like regroup and reset and learn from it and go, okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to get in my power, get in my solar plexus again. And I've got this, and I encourage you to use as many tools as you can. I'm using as many tools as I can to stay positive. First of all, I watch my thought patterns, right? Your thoughts create your reality. So when your thoughts are in a place of this fucking sucks, or I can't do this, or this is going to go bad, then that's the reality that you're creating. So you really have to watch those thoughts. And to help you to stay in the positive, listen to music, watch comedies, or listen to comedy podcasts, or, do things that lighten you up, that help you to feel vibrant and positive, dance, sing, get creative, draw, color, whatever. Just do things to keep that playful aspect in your life. It's really important, and you will continue to get through this. You're not meant to know it all right now. And because we're still going through a raw transformation, you're a little more raw than you are normally. So even if on a good day, you would normally be able to handle certain situations, but maybe this week, not as well sometimes. Don't worry about it. You are just be conscious of it. If you need to apologize, if you need to take a step back, you need to take alone time, a time out, do it. Regroup and then take a step forward again. And the last card is Siege, quiet time. So, yeah, this week, make sure you get some quiet time. It'd be really advantageous to do some meditation or just, take 10, 15 minutes and just chill out. Listen to solfeggio frequencies on YouTube or listen to meditation music or do a guided meditation, do a yoga class. Hey, if you're interested in joining any of my group yoga classes or you want a one-on-one yoga class or a one-on-one meditation or things like that, you can also go to my YouTube channel and check out, pardon me, my yoga classes or any of the meditations that I have on there. Use whatever tools you can. And journaling. Someone reminded me about journaling. I journal. I recommend journaling to people, but one of my Aquafit ladies, I'm still in my Aquafit. I'm sweaty right now, anyways. I'm still in my Aquafit stuff. One of my Aquafit ladies, she said, journaling's really helpful. I'm like, thanks for that reminder. Sometimes I need to get those reminders, when fears come up, when anger comes up, when you want to manifest something, journaling can really, really help. I've been getting this weird eye twitch thing going on for about 5 days. And I was wondering if it was stress related, but I had a weekend away at the cottage and it's still there. So I don't know. I got an eye twitch going on. Well, fuck it. Whatever. I'm not, weird stuff has been going on with my body, and that's fine. I'm doing the best I can here. Can we see your feet, please? Large cherry, it's not that type of stream. Sorry, it's lagging. And am I going in funny positions there? I'm sorry, it's lagging. Time for a stretch. Okay. Yeah, if any of you are interested in doing stretching, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is the Joyful Yogini, and I do have some yoga on there. You can also visit my Instagram, which is the.joyful.yogini, and I do have some yoga on there too, so you can check that out. Otherwise, I hope you have a fabulous week. It I still feel like it's going to be a good week. And I feel like getting those messages of the death card and the tower card, it's just to prepare ourselves to be able to flow with what's presenting. Pete Ben, switch to your YouTube. Reddit was being choppy. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here, Pete. Yeah. So just like when you have a dream and it helps you to deal with what's to come, that I feel like that's what these cards were doing. So I don't think it's going to be a horrible week. I feel like, we might have some bumps, some speed bumps to go over. So now we can just, make sure that seatbelt's on tight, maybe hold on to the handle but we've got this. And remember to use your tools this week. Stay well, everyone. Yeah, go with the flow and good vibes. Yeah, good vibes to you, Daddy Dad, and to everybody out there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous week. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So I'm going to be back tomorrow at approximately 11 a.m. Sometimes give or take 5 to 10 minutes. I apologize. The Wednesday is a bit of a tight time frame for me, but I still want to get in my Intuition Wednesday so you can practice your intuition. So that is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Toronto time. So from my light to your beautiful, amazing light. And remember that. Namaste, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya. All right.